Aloha mai kākou. It is 9:49 a.m. It is the 10th of Apelila, April 2021. And I'm about to hop on a Google Meets to sort of practice with someone in the States, Walaʻau, Hawaii. We both wanted to practice our conversation skills, so we decided to set this up, and I'm pretty excited about it. Conversation, like natural conversation, is definitely one of my weak points, so I really want to find people to sort of like, especially when they're on or like around my level of Walaʻau, Hawaii, we can kind of help each other out, you know. I have so many ideas that I'm gonna share with her, and hopefully, like, one of those ideas like works. You know, you could have a million ideas, but then if none of them work, none of them matter. But all you need is that one to get you what you need. And I'm that person who like is filled with ideas to the point where I can't really get to all of those ideas. I really have to prioritize what I think would be the one that would work. And it's like sometimes none of them work, and I'm like, all that time wasted. So hopefully something works. There's no use in not trying, so I'm gonna try, and hopefully something good comes out of it. If it doesn't, then I'll just have to find another way. It's like nothing gained but nothing lost. I'll be at the same place. But another thing I wanted to sort of document on a podcast was I got a little help on my lesson plans, where one of my good friends from middle school and high school, we ended up starting to work together on things. Like I was teaching him Olelo Hawaii. He was one of the people I was teaching person to person rather than online. And I got really busy with the online stuff, like how I said on the last podcast, there was just like a ton of people who wanted to learn beginner Hawaiian language, and I was just like, okay, I can't like, everything really got busy, so we didn't lose touch, but I was just like, hey, like I gotta take care of some things. And then he was like, understandable. He was like, yeah, take care of whatever you need, we can resume the lessons later. And then I was working, and it was just, there was this one point where I got to like a part of the lesson that I was lesson planning. I was just on one, like literally I do PowerPoints, and then I was like on one slide trying to figure out what would be good for the lesson plan and how to get the information to the other student. And like to me I was like, why this is supposed to be easy, like what the hell, like why is it taking so long? All I need to do is just like say what I need to say, or like say what the right thing is for that lesson, and that's it. I can go to sleep. But no, it literally took me 6 to 7 hours just staying on that one slide, and I was so frustrated, and like like what was going on. So actually the day before that night, like literally I started at like 10 p.m. 11 a.m. or sorry 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. because it was after lessons that day. And excuse me, yawned. What is yawn in Hawaiian? Yeah, so I started that very late in the night, and I just couldn't finish it. And I'm the person was ha mama, yan, or ho ha mama. And like I'm the type of person where if something doesn't get finished, like thankfully this doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen like a good amount of times where I've lost a lot of sleep. Where if something isn't finished and I really want to finish it, I don't sleep. I stay up till the sun comes out the next morning. Like I literally stayed up till like 6 a.m. trying to figure out that lesson plan, and it wasn't working out. So the day before that night that I stayed up, excuse me, calamari. Ooh, I bet I made a lot of people yawn, or like the few people that are listening to this right now. Which, by the way, if you're a returning guest, welcome back, Belina Mai. But anyway, back to the story. The day before, I asked my friend that was teacher person in Hawaiian. I asked him, would you be completely opposed to doing online lessons? Because I used to just teach him for free, and like with this whole paid lessons thing, it was like a really new and everything. So I told him, it's still, and he said yes, he'd be down to do online lessons, and I said, okay, so it's still gonna be free, but the only thing is it's gonna be a very rough cut of like the regular lesson plans that I used to do with you, because with him, like I was teaching him like whiteboard, like old school style. We had a place that I could teach him, and yeah, like that was like I already had a full fleshed out lesson plan for him, but I was saying to him, it's just this lesson plan, like I'm basically figuring out the lesson plan while having him be like the test audience sort of thing. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. Like I've done lesson plans before. And I was like, okay, cool. And then the next day after the night that I didn't let myself sleep, we jumped on the Google Meets, and if I knew how much of a help he was, like with lesson planning and everything, I would have been working with him on lesson plans, cause like everything just like boom 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 boom. We got done with the lesson that I was having trouble with, and I was like, okay, now let's do the next lesson. And then we got done with that. I was like, okay, let's do the next lesson. And then we got done with that, and we ended up getting in 3 or 4 lessons before I had to teach the lesson. Like the lesson planning got so good that one of my students was like, she's so quick at learning. She's like so smart and so energetic that I would usually run out of lesson for her. Like I didn't have I never could have like enough material for that person, because she got those lessons like really quick. So I was just like, how am I gonna figure this out? And then turns out the solution was my friend. So definitely looking to work with him more because of how well we work together. But I gotta jump on the Google Meet in like literally 1 minute. So yeah, basically that's what all I want to say. I just wanted to do a quick podcast before I jump on. And yeah, take care, aloha, and hui hou.